NXLog documentation, so I thought I'd take you guys along with me. The link is below if you want to follow along. So Windows Security Audit. This auditing can provide visibility into actions performed on your servers. It allows you to track who is accessing the server and making changes to files, registry keys, and processes. This is especially important on file servers or servers where sensitive data is stored. Auditing may be required to meet compliance regulations like PCI DSS, SOX, HIPAA. It also helps you to mitigate potential threats and reduce the risk of a data breach. Audit policies can be configured on all versions of Windows, starting with Windows 2008 R2 and Windows 7. Advanced audit policies were introduced, providing more granular control and detailed information. They are also supported on Windows Server 2008 and Windows Vista with the correct service packs installed. When audit policies are enabled, audit events are generated in the security event log. In this guide, we provide the steps to enable audit policies, configure users and actions to audit, and collect audit events with NXLog. So they give us a quick tip here. Sysmon is a system service that can also track and provide information about processes, files, registry keys, and network connections. It can be used in addition to the built-in Windows security auditing to supplement and enhance audit logging. Although logging created by the two systems may sometimes overlap, it is not recommended to replace the native logging with Sysmon since it is easier to turn off or bypass. Okay, we're in the Configuring Windows Auditing section. They begin by saying auditing policies on Windows can be applied through a group policy object. 9 basic auditing policies are available on all Windows versions. On Windows 2018 R2 and newer operating systems, advanced audit policies are also available, providing more granular policies that allow you to be more selective in the types of events to audit. The following steps guide you to configure advanced audit policies on a server with the Group Policy Management feature installed. In these steps, we enable file auditing, other policies for auditing, registry access, account logon, account management, and privilege use can be configured in a similar way. See the Microsoft documentation for a complete list of advanced security audit policy settings. Okay, so this is the part. I'll go ahead and show the web page. Step 1, open Server Manager and go to Tools, Group Policy. From the Group Policy Management, MMC, expand Forest. Select your domain name, right-click on the relevant group policy and select Edit. From the Group Policy Management Editor, expand Computer Configuration, Policies, Windows Settings. This should look pretty familiar. Step 5, click on Object Access, then double-click on Audit File System to edit the policy. Enable Configure the following audit events and select both Success and Failure. That's the file system properties. Click the Apply button, repeat the last 4 steps for any other policies you need to enable. Optionally, to enable Global Object Access Auditing, under Audit Policies, select that, double-click on File System, enable Define this policy setting, and then click the Configure button to add the users and permissions you want to audit. Okay, so pause here if you need to see this picture. Once you have configured advanced audit policies, the next step is to make sure that they are enforced. Follow these steps to enforce audit policy subcategory settings so that they are applied even on machines that have basic audit policies configured. So more of a list for you to follow. I'll just read the picture. Audit force audit policy subcategory settings. Down here they say for auditing object access, if you have not enabled global object access auditing above, you'll need to enable auditing for specific files, folders, and registry keys. To enable auditing for a file or folder, here's your 3-step list to do that. To enable auditing for a registry key, you can follow this. On older operating systems where advanced audit policies are not available, basic audit policies can be enabled. These will generate similar security events, however, you have less granular control on what to audit, and some events may provide less information. Basic audit policies can be configured from the Group Policy Management Editor in the same way as described above, but are found under Computer Configuration. So here's your Group Policy Management Editor picture. Okay, for the tip, I will jump back to Word. Advanced audit policies can also be configured with the Audit Poll command line tool. I knew they would mess up that spelling. While basic audit policies can be configured with the SecEdit command line tool. Okay, there you go. And both words actually begin with a lowercase letter. Both tools, tool names that is. These can be useful when you need to automate the configuration of audit policies on Windows machines that are not part of an Active Directory domain. An example batch script is available in our public Git repository. Windows audit events are logged in the Windows Security Event Log. NXLog can collect these events using the im_msv Vista log input module. Many events are logged in the Security Event Log. However, with this module, you can collect events selectively and tag events according to their type, making them easier to identify when filtering events in a SIM or log analytics platform. So they're going to give us an example, collecting file system and registry audit events. This configuration uses the im_ms Vista log module to collect event IDs generated by the audit file system and audit registry advanced policies. The instance name is set to object access audit, which will be used to automatically populate the variable titled source module name. Or they don't call it a variable, they call it a field, and can be used to identify the events later on. Before they are sent to their destination, events are converted to JSON using the to_JSON procedure of the XM JSON module. So at this point, I have to go back to the site. This is what I was just reading. Here's your NXLog configuration file, example, extension JSON. And some of this stuff will look familiar if you've set up NXLog. Here's where you get to specify event IDs. Okay, so that's for input down here. They're going to show us output, sample, and JSON format. So event time, host name, keywords. There's the event ID 4663 over there. This is the configuration that tells Windows we want that. Here's example 2, collecting all audit events. This configuration uses the module to collect all event IDs with event source Microsoft Windows Security Auditing. This will capture all events generated by the audit policy. Before they are sent to their destination, events are converted to JSON using the to_JSON procedure and of the XM JSON module. Okay, so there we go. That's the key right there. On Windows Server 2003 and older operating. Okay, I'm going to skip that. Alright, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching.